What's up guys? This is Untitled Barber here on behalf of Wahl Professional, and I'm here to show you why you need the barber blow dryer in your life. Today, now more than ever, the lines are being blurred between the barber shop and the salon. And what that means for you is that every single client that leaves your chair needs to leave with a finished style. And there's two things that you need to accomplish that, and that's the right tools and the right hair product. So Wahl Professional is here to show you why the barber blow dryer can be that tool. So every single finished style needs a solid foundation. And for me, product is that foundation. So one thing that we know about product is that it's water soluble. So when we have water already in the hair, it thereby dilutes that product, giving us a solid base that we can then blow dry into the hair and give it a little bit of a rougher texture so that we can add more control, shine, and manageability during the blow dry. So today what we used was Wahl Professional 1919 Matte Control Cream. What this is going to do is it's a matte product, so it's not going to look like there's any product in its hair. And as it emulsifies into that hair, what we're going to get is a greater level of control to be able to direct that hair where we want it to go and let it stay there, so that when it's all said and done, all we have to do is a little bit of finishing product at the end to really make that hair stand out. So there's two things that you're going to need to be able to effectively blow dry and finish your client's hair. One is going to be your brush choice. For me, there's two brushes that kind of work for me and pretty much do the job on every single client, regardless of what kind of fabric of hair they have, how curly it is, or how dense it is, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to use is going to be my vent brush. So what you're going to notice is it doesn't have quite as dense of bristles on it, so you're going to get less tension on the hair. So when we think about styling hair, it's going to be a mixture of two things. It's going to be tension and heat. How much tension you apply is going to be how smooth the hair is. So for something like this, since the bristles aren't quite as close together, we're not going to have as much tension. For Austin, his hair tends to be a little bit straighter, maybe a tiny bit of wave, but I'm really not going to need to be able to stretch that hair out and get it as straight as possible because his hair is already straight. So I'm going to go for my vent brush because it's going to apply less tension and less pressure on the hair, thereby allowing it to kind of move a little bit more freely and for us to get some nice natural texture in there. All right guys, so there's going to be 3 different temperature settings on the blow dryer, as well as a cool shot button, and then we're going to have 2 speeds. Okay, so when I first start finishing clients, what I'll do is I will set the temperature all the way up as hot as I can go, and I will also set the airflow up as high as it'll go. What that allows me to do is really blast that water out of the hair while at the same time applying more heat. When we think about heat and tension, those are the 2 things that smooth hair. So by me putting the temperature all the way up on the blow dryer, it'll allow me to smooth that hair out effectively and immediately and get through the blow dry as quick as possible, but also as efficiently as possible. So there's 2 different techniques that I use when I blow dry. One is going to be flat wrapping, right? So what that means is that I'm keeping the hair nice and tight against the head, and I'm using my brush and my blow dryer with like a truck and trailer method. So everywhere my brush goes, my blow dryer follows. What that's going to do is it's going to apply tension with my brush, and the nozzle on the blow dryer is going to direct the airflow to seal that cuticle down. A lot of you remember from beauty school that the cuticle sits almost like snake scales or shingles on a roof. When those scales are down, the hair is nice and smooth and manageable and shiny. When those shingles are up, we're going to notice that the hair is going to be more frizzy, more out of control, and less manageable. The next technique we're going to use is something called leafing. So as I go in with my brush, I'm going to come in from the side, and then I'm going to turn it. What this is going to do is it's going to place more tension on that hair. When we think about how much volume we want to give the hair, if you guys remember, the stem of the curl is the first ½ inch of the hair. So if we can get this first ½ inch to stand straight up, that's going to determine the volume that the hair is going to have throughout the entire style. So when we come to the front, I'm really going to be over directing that hair forward and bringing it back, thereby making that stem stand straight up so that that hair has a lot of volume in the front. And then we're going to be flat wrapping towards the back to make sure that we have less volume towards the back. So when we start to get towards the end of the style, the heat is what's going to allow us to change the makeup of the hair and allow the hair to bend and smooth out. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to our cold shot button in order to solidify that hair in the direction that we want it to go, cool the style down, and set it. It can be really difficult doing something that you've never done before, and it can be really intimidating at the same time. But if there's one thing I know, it's that complacency kills creativity. So next time you're at your shop, pick up a blow dryer, pick up some product, and try something that you've never done before. You might be surprised at the results.